Buongiorno a tutti and welcome to the season 6 finale of Crave, where passions are celebrated, stories come alive, and Italy and the USA come together in one story. We open with a mindful moment from Bruce Kittle, coach and founder of Hidden Pearls podcast and a leader in personal growth and mindful leadership. Stay tuned. Then we spotlight Chiara Stella, a talented 11 years old Italian-American actress making waves in film and TV. From Milano, our correspondent Iacopo Gori checks in, e Vania returns with a fresh Italian expression in L'Angolo della Lingua Italiana. To close, we head into the world of football with a special 49er segment featuring John Chapman, joined in studio by our own Alex Lopez. Let's get started, and thank you for sharing this incredible journey with us. Buongiorno, Alex.
Buongiorno, Samantha.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
As we wrap up this season, we want to leave you with something grounding, a moment of stillness and intention, led by our friend Bruce Kittle. Take a breath and join him for a brief mindful practice.
Hi and welcome. This is Bruce Kittle with the Hidden Pearls Studio, recording a meditation. And thank you for the invite, Samantha, with the Crave show. So this is especially done for you guys, and I hope it has been a great year for all of you, and I'm grateful to be invited to the show. Invite all of you to take whatever position is comfortable. We're going to take one cleansing breath. We're just going to go a couple minutes here, so it'll go quick, but just invite you to ground and get seated. We're going to inhale through the nose, hold for a count, and exhale out through the mouth. And as you do, just settle in, release, let go of whatever you can. Today we're going to do a somatic embodied grounding practice. I borrowed and adapted from the S.W.A.T Institute, so thank you to them for their leadership in this field. We were just working into really feeling and being part of our body. So I'm going to ring the bell. The three things that we're going to work on are length, which is the height of your spine. It is lifting the top of your head to the sky and stretching out. The word that goes with that is the thought of dignity. The second breath, we will work on width, which is shoulder to shoulder expansion, so width. And that one, we will focus on the term boundaries. That is you being you in the most alive and authentic way and setting whatever boundaries you need to set in order to be fully you. And the last one will be depth. That is the back to the front of the chest, expanding there. And that we will focus on presence. Presence. How you want to show up in the world and being fully present and taking up all the space that you need to be you. All right, if you'll join me, so here we go. First breath is length. So I just want you to focus on straightening the spine and rising the top of the head to the universal source above. So we're going to inhale. Expanding your length, just feel yourself heighten length. And you were thinking about dignity here. So on the exhale, just embody dignity and really feel your body, the length of your body. And as you're here, take a breath or two just on your own and settling into your body in a way that is dignified for you. All right, second breath. So now we're inhaling and we're thinking about width, shoulder to shoulder expansion. Hold, and as we exhale, we are thinking about boundary setting the boundaries that define who you are, what you need in this world, what you need in this life, and who you will be. So feel those shoulders expand, feel that body. Third breath. Inhaling in, and we're thinking about depth, the expansion from the front of your chest to your back. And the word here is presence. You've been told in life at times maybe you take up too much space or you're too loud or whatever it may be. This is inviting you to have your full presence, your authentic and real self present in the room with you at all times. So embodied and grounded, go forth. Let's take one final cleansing breath. Inhaling in. And exhaling out. Wishing you a week of dignity, clear boundaries, and full presence. Namaste.
Today on Crave, I'm joined by Chiara Stella, a rising young talent in film and television world. At just 11 years old, this Italian-American actress is already making her mark with standout roles in the Persian version, Thunderbolts, and the hit TV series S.W.A.T. In Thunderbolts, Chiara brought to life the first Italian-speaking character in a Marvel production, a milestone that reflects both her talent and her roots. She's smart, passionate, and incredibly focused, and I'm so excited to share her story with you today. Chiara, welcome to Crave.
Hi, thank you for inviting me.
Chiara, when did you first realize that you loved acting? Do you remember what inspired you to start?
When I first started acting, when I first loved it, I realized I loved it. I remember I was on set and I was doing my thing, I was acting, and I just loved being on set. When it was time to go and it was my last scene, I asked my mom, that's what I want to do. I want to do acting in my career. And that's how I started to love acting. And honestly, I don't remember what inspired me to actually start, but I know what inspires me now. So honestly, my love for acting is the only inspiration for me, but I love to see big actors on the screen and I love to learn and grow and challenge myself. So that is what inspires me.
Chiara, do you remember your very first time on the film set? What was that like for you?
Oh, I remember that like the back of my hand. So I was on set, no idea what I was doing whatsoever. There were so many cast and crew surrounding me. I had no idea what I was doing. I was just wearing my costume, and I had no idea what was going on. The makeup and the hair, and I said, "Can I just go in my regular clothes?" And they would say, 3, 2, 1, action. I'm like, what does action mean? And the person who was working with me, the other actor, she was like, that means start. You can start your lines now. I said, oh, okay. And when they would say cut, I would say, what does cut mean? I had so many questions. What does action mean? What does cut mean? Why are we doing over and over again? I had so many questions, but now I know and now I love it.
So you are still in school while working in film. How do you balance everything?
It can be challenging sometimes, but I kind of you can easily get used to it though. The thing is, because of my love and passion for acting, that's not really the main problem. In my opinion, I don't like school at all. So, like once I get back to school, like I have a teacher on set. Many kids do. So when I get back to school, I probably have to take like a million tests. And since I'm in 5th grade myself, I need to get ready for middle school and all these random pop quizzes and stuff like that. But the thing is, with auditions, it can be challenging too, because you get auditions and auditions, and most of the time, you hear no. But then, you get that one call from your agent or whoever, and they tell you got the part. And that is the best feeling you could get.
So, Chiara, when you are not working, what is something fun or relaxing you love to do it just for yourself?
I like to sing a lot. I like to go outside and I love to sing. But my favorite type of songs are like jazz songs and stuff like that. I love old songs. That's my favorite. I love 80s songs as well. And I'm really athletic. I love to do volleyball, tennis, and I love to do surfing. Fun fact, actually during the summer, I go to Italy and there's this little beach town called Fregene, and they have a surf camp at one of the beaches. They have a surf camp, and I go there during the summer, and that's where I learn to go surfing. And I play tennis a lot. I actually played, I believe, since I was 6. Okay. And I just love tennis. It's such a challenge, but it's one of my favorite things to do. That I grew up with tennis. And I play volleyball at school. I play with all of my friends, and I like it because you kind of get to interact with new people. I love socializing with other people. So I get to work as a team, and that's what I love. I love talking. So I love collaborating. I love socializing with everyone.
Is there a dream role or type of project you hope to be a part of someday?
Okay, I always thought of this. So my dream role or the dream movie I wish to play in is Harry Potter. It's like about this boy. He's like a wizard and he has to go through challenges and learn new things. And I always want to be the girl. Her name is Hermione, and I want to be her because she's sassy, and I love that about her. She's sassy, she's funny, and she's really smart. I love characters who I can connect with, and I can connect with all the characters. I can easily connect with her, and she's so intelligent. She's so smart, and she always stands up for herself, no matter what it is. Even if she has to punch someone or slap someone or whatever, anything like that. That's why I would love to be her.
What is your passion and what keeps you going?
Well, of course, my passion is acting, and what keeps me going is honestly just the fact that I have this opportunity to do acting. It just touches me that I can do it and I can do something I love that I can kind of do for my whole life, you know? It's kind of like my career. I can do it, and just keeping the thought that I get to be on set and not many people get to, and I get to audition for movies. I get to do all of that kind of stuff. I get to be here right now. That is the thing that keeps me going.
As an Italian America, would you like to say something in Italian to all the young people listening here and in Italy, Chiara?
Segui il tuo istinto, che ti porta al posto giusto.
Thank you, Chiara.
Thank you so much.
That was so beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me here. I always want to be in an interview. Thank you so much.
Crave is proudly partnered with the Consul General of Italy and the Italian Culture Institute of San Francisco. The support allows us to celebrate, share Italian culture, language, and innovation with a wider audience. For more information and upcoming events, visit their websites at the link below. Con affetto dalla famiglia di Crave, auguri a tutti gli italiani nel mondo. Buona festa della Repubblica.
Buona festa della Repubblica.
E a tutti gli italiani, buona festa della Repubblica.
Alex and Samantha, very happy to be here for this last season event here for Crave. And I'm particularly happy that you decided to do this for the Festa della Repubblica, one of the most important public events that we have here in Italy. And that's very good for us. For Italian people and for American people, we need to have more Crave edition as more as possible. And keep going with your great idea. And let's be in touch. See you very soon. Viva l'Italia!
And now it's time for the Italian language spotlight. Join Vania for L'Angolo della Lingua Italiana, where she takes us through the beauty of the Italian language. Vania, a te la parola.
Ciao Samantha, ciao Alex, buongiorno a tutti e bentornati all'Angolo della Lingua. La parola della settimana è insomma. Insomma. Insomma ha diversi significati in diversi contesti. So insomma has different meanings in different situations. La prima, quando siamo infastiditi, when we are annoyed by something, we can say insomma, basta, oppure insomma, avete deciso cosa fare questa sera? Well, did you decide what we're going to do tonight? Insomma, well, so. Un altro esempio è dire insomma quando non siamo particolarmente entusiasti di qualcosa. So when we are not really excited about something. Per esempio, ti piace la pizza con l'ananas? Do you like pineapple on your pizza? Insomma, well, I don't think it's that great. Insomma. Oppure, when we ask how are you? Come stai? Insomma, not so well, not so great. Okay? Finally, another insomma, we can use it when we are concluding something. You know, dopo aver parlato molto, abbiamo deciso che, insomma, era meglio stare a casa. So, in the end, we decided it was better to stay at home. So, three different situations when we can use insomma. Insomma, in the end, we can use insomma for different cases. Ok? E per oggi è tutto. Ciao ciao!
This episode is brought to you by Mona Lisa Marimonti, a stunning Italian restaurant in San Francisco, California, where tradition meets elegance. Let's take a quick look.
My name is Vasilio Floresi, and welcome to my family restaurant, Mona Lisa Marimonti.
Mona Lisa Mare e Monti serves classic Italian dishes, crafted with top-quality local and seasonal produce, in this charming, romantic setting located in the heart of North Beach's Little Italy. Mona Lisa specializes in seafood and steaks and fine dining. Everything is fresh, and all the pastas are homemade in-house daily. All our fresh ingredients come from local produce and farmers markets. No matter what time of year, you can be sure you're eating the best of the season. Mona Lisa is best known for our bistecca alla Fiorentina, which is a 24-ounce porterhouse steak. Our seafood is delivered to us daily by our local fishermen. Some of our most popular seafood dishes are bigoli frutti di mare, homemade bigoli pasta with prawns, mussels, calamari, and clams. Enjoy our pappardelle al cinghiale, homemade pappardelle pasta in a 4-hour slow-braised wild boar shoulder. With decades of experience cooking in the finest restaurants, our chef is excited to present our vision to you and all our guests. Our caring and committed staff make sure you have a fantastic experience with us. We refuse to compromise on quality in our restaurant. Welcome to Mona Lisa Mare e Monti. We look forward to seeing you soon. Ciao!
For the final 49ers offseason update in 2025 and for the season 6 finale of Crave, we've got a very special guest joining us. Someone who's been a consistent and passionate voice for 49ers fans everywhere. He's the creator and host of the 49ers Rush podcast. From draft parties to game day meetups across the country, he's built something truly special for the faithful. John, welcome to Crave.
Man, thanks for having me. Excited to be here. Big fan, Alex, of the show, and excited to talk some 49ers.
So, what inspired you to launch the 49ers Rush podcast?
It was kind of a weird situation. I was a coach down in Texas. That was kind of my career. It was Duncanville High School, which is like one of the largest high schools, most competitive programs in the country. And then my wife and I became foster parents, and so which was awesome. And we planned that, but both of our kiddos both got expelled like in the first month that we had them. So I went from spending a couple nights a week on my couch in my office and breaking down film to needing to spend more time at home. So I had to walk away from coaching, sadly, which was hard for me. And I struggled with that because that was kind of I was coach in the neighborhood. That's what I did. And one of my buddies was like, dude, start a podcast. This was about 10 years ago. And I didn't really even know what that was. And we kind of talked through, and I was like, why not? We'll just jump on here and talk football. And it never had the purpose of, being in employment. It was just a passion project that I would do on the side. And then it just kind of blew up. And I think we're like 1,400 episodes in now. And it's my full-time job, and very thankful. But it's all just a weird mistake that has gone very, very well. And I'm very, very thankful. So it never was the plan, but very thankful for where we are now.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, listen, you've built such an incredible community, not only online, but also, I think, through your events. So what inspired you to start doing these in-person meetups, and what's been the, like, most rewarding part of it?
And again, like, I grew up in Texas my whole life, and I became a 49ers fan at the age of 9 because I had a stepdad that I didn't get along with, diehard Cowboys guy, and just in spite to upset him, I asked for a 49ers jersey, just whatever. But that, like, became my personality, right? Like,
Yeah.
I like the 49ers even though I live in Dallas, and my whole family loved the Cowboys. But then whenever I started going to games, whenever I got older, I would just go by myself, not knowing anybody, because at the time I still lived in Texas. And so I would just show up at these games and find random tailgates to join, to be a part of, and, you know, buy one ticket by myself and just have the time of my life. Now, my personality, that works. But as the show started building, I would get these questions and emails like, hey, I'm coming out to the game by myself. Where do I go? Where do you think I should sit? And I was like, oh, come sit with us. Come party with us. And so it just started kind of collectively building organically, where it was just like, hey, let's create a space where lots of other people, turns out, had these same questions, where they would travel to these games by themselves or with their son or daughter or somebody else that didn't know the area. And so in 2019, when the 49ers made the Super Bowl in Miami, I was like, hey, let's go all out. Let's rent a venue in South Beach. Let's create a safe space for 49ers fans to get together, because they're going to be traveling all over. And so we rented out this awesome venue, which was actually owned by Pitbull, and that was fun in and of itself. And then people just kept coming, and it was just like, it was like $10 a ticket. Like, we ended up losing money, but I didn't care. And we got hundreds of people that just kept coming. And then it was like, hey, man, wouldn't it be cool to get a player to come out? Well, Frank Gore's from Miami. Let's see if we can get in contact with Frank Gore and see if he wants to come out. Sure enough, he's like, heck yeah. We ended up like making a contract. He came out, partied with us. And then it was just like, hey, I think that there's a space needed for this. And so we just started applying that, and we started off with 2 games a year, then 3 games a year. And this year, the 49ers Rush Road Trip is going to all 8 road games. We're not doing LA because that's not a road game. 49ers own that stadium. The community is huge there. Yeah. But all 8 other road game cities, we rent out venues and we plan tailgates to help 49ers fans that travel get together, build a community in a right way. Everything is always family friendly, and kids never pay for anything that we've ever done, because I remember when I was 9, that's when I became a fan. And so we're hoping to kind of pay that forward a little bit.
Oh, I love that. I got to know, what city are you most excited to bring the event to this season?
It's twofold. One, again, I'm a Texas guy, so the Houston game, that means a lot to me. But New Orleans, like, we're talking tailgate, we're talking best food on the planet. We're going to have a seafood station set up. So the New Orleans, that's gotta be mine. I'm a big live music fan too, so got to make some time to go see some jazz and some live concerts. But yeah, New Orleans, I can't wait. And also, like, I love the fact that, you know, we used to be in the Saints division, which is weird in and of itself. But there's been so many great historical, monumental moments against the Saints and the 49ers. So I know their team's not looking too great this year, and they're probably one of the potential number 1 overall picks. But yeah, that New Orleans game, very, very high up on my list of I just got to be there. Got to be there.
Yeah, I love it. And I always think of that game from 2019. Like, that will be in my memory for like the rest of my life.
You look at just, man, the time Justin Smith, you know, sacked Drew Brees and like his neck like extended. I don't even know how he stayed alive at that one. But there's just a lot of passion there. And you talked about 2019 and, you know, probably Jimmy Garoppolo's greatest game with the 49ers in his entire career, which however people see that tenure, that was just fun. George Kittle, you know, stepping onto the stage, one of the coolest plays in the history of the 49ers organization, dragging 5 players down the sideline, shootout, winning at the end. Like, it's exciting, and I'm hopeful. Last year was a little rough, obviously, but I'm hoping that the 49ers can get back to that level of play. Obviously, 2019, you made it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But maybe the 49ers 2025 season, offseason is going great. And so you keep those vibes high and deliver for the fans, kind of what they got used to under Kyle Shanahan, and get back to that dominating style of play.
Well, that's my next question. Like you mentioned, they're having an incredible offseason, literally firing Nick Sorensen, Brian Schneider, bringing back Robert Saleh, hiring Brant Boyer, and extending George, Brock, and as of yesterday, Fred. So what are your expectations for this team headed into the 2025 season?
They've got to be high. And of all the things you said, I know everybody's super pumped about the extensions, and rightfully so, because it's kind of an about face for the 49ers front office and handling things way before the deadlines are due, and you don't have the drama going into training camp and, just this, are they going to play? Are they going to hold out? Are you going to trade them? Are they going to trade them? I feel like every single offseason, it's like, okay, everybody's on the trading block.
Mm-hmm.
Now these are the foundational pieces of the 49ers moving forward. And as important as that is, I don't think that's the most important thing that they've done this offseason. I truly do believe that coaching matters. Obviously, I just sat up here and told you about my coaching past. But you saw last year, the biggest issue was this defense. And Nick Sorensen's now gone. You replace him with one of the better, if not the best, defensive coordinator in the NFL over the past decade. That is Robert Saleh, who has the continuity with the scheme that he's bringing in. So that's nice. There's not going to be a huge learning curve for all the players that were here last year. But the coaching implementation, I think, is gigantic. And if I could weigh what's the most important thing done this offseason, it's the bringing in of Brant Boyer, your new special teams coordinator, and it's the bringing back of Robert Saleh. I think that it just raises the floor of the play of the 49ers to where you're no longer giving away games. And if you do look briefly at 2024, you were dead last in the NFL in fourth quarter scoring allowed. No game felt safe. You'd be up 10 points and still lose a game to a division opponent multiple times last year.
So frustrating.
Now, hopefully you can bring it back to the style of defense that 49ers fans have become accustomed to under Robert Saleh, under DeMeco Ryans, and even under Steve Wilkes, who I know a lot of people don't like, but he was first in the NFL with the 49ers in fourth quarter scoring. That's just an anomaly that happened last year that was terrible. Hopefully you can return to that, putting games away, stop the run, get after the quarterback, and stop having these, allowing 30-point games and 20-plus point games in back-to-back weeks against division opponents. That's not the way the 49ers are designed to play football.
All right, our last question for you here today. So our show is all about passions. So outside of football and coaching, what's something that you're passionate about?
I'm a big history guy. Anytime Netflix or somebody comes out with like one of those new documentaries, I don't even care what it is. It's just like I'm all in. Like I'll stay up late at night or wake up early in the morning to watch it. Right now, I'm reading this really, really good book. It's the Eagle versus the Sun. It's basically a World War II hardcore encyclopedia type thing over the Pacific War. The United States versus Japan. It's like 500 plus pages. But that is all encompassing right now. With the 49ers being the offseason, I spend a little bit more time reading and diving into that stuff. So that book right now I'm about halfway through it. That is occupying most of my time, where it's just, all right, straight history. Let's dive in. I know it's boring to most people, but I love it.
No, I love that. John, thank you so much for coming on. Where can everybody find you and keep up with all things 49ers Rush?
Yeah, we're all over on social media. If you just type in 49ers Rush on wherever you watch, listen, download, or click on whatever, we will show up. And what I would encourage is, if you have time and if you find yourself at a 49ers game, look us up, 49ers Rush Road Trip. We're on TickPick, the ticket app. You just type in 49ers Rush. All of our events pull up. And as always, kids are free to every single event we will ever do. Hopefully you get to come out. And if you ever do see us, please come say hi. One of my favorite things is just making that face-to-face appearance and being able to start to build the community and that relationship. And very lucky, and I'm very thankful for everything that we are a part of. And Alex, I got to say, what you do for the community and the positivity that you bring across social media, on your show, big fan, and just any way that I could be a small part of that in the future, I'm a big fan. And so we got to have you on our show as well. I was very excited about that, but keep doing what you're doing, Alex, because the community is better because of what you bring to the table.
John, you're very sweet. Thank you so much. Okay, we can't wait to have you back again soon to talk more Niners football as the season gets a little bit closer. So thank you again.
Thanks, guys.
Looking for a boutique that truly understands your style? Alice Becker Inc. in Novato is your perfect choice, featuring top designers and personal touch. Every customer gets a one-of-a-kind shopping experience. That's why Crave Radio is proud to partner with Alice Becker Inc.
Thanks to Alice Becker Inc. for supporting this episode. Thank you for tuning into the Season 6 finale of Crave. Follow us on Instagram at crave.show and follow us on TikTok at crave732.
We are on Apple Music, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. Make sure to check our website, craveshow.com. Ciao tutti, grazie. See you next season.
Bye.